To the band members, just for your information, likely there'll be some questions of our staff if you wanted to stay around for a few more minutes. We'll only be probably another 5 or 8 minutes, but it's up to you if you want to stay. Mr. NormHarley, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Councillors. On October 29th, the City Manager presented his first budget to Council. In the presentation, he said the justification for the spending increases were based on the recent satisfaction survey. He said that 90% of the residents wanted these new programs or spending increases. The fact is, less than 900 residents completed the survey, or just over 1% of the population. I would challenge the statement that over 90% of residents and taxpayers would support this budget. Further, it should not be presumed that all new spending proposals are automatically approved unless specifically rejected by Council. Now, one of the 38 business cases or the hiring of 22 new employees are justified. They do not provide value for the majority of taxpayers. I will limit my discussion to the proposals that will increase spending by $1.6 million per year. Building the Economic Services Division, including the business analyst and the business through the division business manager positions. These three are going to cost us $738,000 a year. Administration has already stated that the city does not have enough commercial land for development. The landowners in the area do not want to sell their land for commercial development, and the commercial land in the Real Business Park is not competitively priced. What are we doing setting up a commercial division that will cost us $750,000 per year for projects that are light years away? The 2019 Canada Winter Games bid. There are several problems associated with this business case. The $217,500 proposed by administration is just for the preparation and submission of the initial bid. Each successful bid will cost more. If we are awarded the games, we'll be required to complete millions of dollars worth of capital improvements. We'll also be required to pay for all the games' operating deficits, which could be in the millions of dollars and of which we have no control over. This year, St. Albert hosted the Canada Winter Special Olympic Games. We cannot even have all the events here. We had to use facilities in Edmonton, Spruce Grove, and Jasper. We did not have enough accommodation space in St. Albert for all the participants, officials, and the spectators. Now we want to bid on the Canada Winter Games that will even be in a larger event. 6 additional RCMP officers. Protective services are a must for every community. Yes, we want to live in a safe environment, and we do. We have excellent police service. St. Albert has one of the highest police officers per capita ratios now, with one of the lowest crime rates. Spending $682,000 per year is not going to make us any safer. Summary. It is interesting how administration wants us to focus on the proposed 38 business cases when the largest increase in the budget is for existing services. New spending will be increased by $5.75 million. $5.37 million of the increase will be for existing services and salary increases. Employees are eligible for up to 10% in salary increases for cost of living, 5% merit, and 5% range increases. If there are no new revenue sources, expense efficiencies, or new property assessment revenue totaling $4 million as there was this year, property taxes will have to increase 9.75% in 2014 just to cover what will then be the existing programs and services. Let's look back in time. In 2004, we had a population of 55,341, an operating budget of $63 million and 389 employees. Today, we have a population of 60,994, a proposed operating budget of $122 million and 580 employees. In 8 years, our population has increased 10%, while the number of employees has increased 49%, and the operating budget has increased 94%. The real benchmark we should be using to determine operating budget efficiency is the spending per person. In 8 years, this has increased from $1,279 to $1,967, or 72%. In conclusion, With the hiring of the new city manager, taxpayers were looking for real change, new ideas to cut the fat from both core services and non-core services. We were anticipating a new spending mindset and culture, not a continuation of the past. An increase in spending of $7.57 million, the hiring of 22 new employees, and over 5% residential property tax increase is just overwhelming. This spending budget is the exact reason why our residential property taxes are the second highest in the province. Not one of the 38 business cases or the hiring of the 22 new employees are justified and do not provide value to 99% of the taxpayers. We live in a bedroom community, and we do not have to be all things to all people. We do not need world-class facilities or services. Spending continues to spiral out of control. Now is the time for the mayor and the councillors to show real leadership, take control of the budget process, and limit the spending increase to the rate of inflation. Just say no. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We don't have any questions.